The Rugby 15 season is upon us, and we're going to go ahead and take the time to talk with coaches around the area to find out more about their team. Today, we're talking with multiple conference championship winner, University of Tennessee head coach Marty Bradley. Last year, Tennessee finished 7-2 and second in the Southeastern Rugby Conference. Coach Bradley, thank you for talking with us. Coach, how have you kept the momentum of the program?
Well, we try to strike a good balance between letting the student athlete enjoy the college experience and also maintain a high level of commitment to performance. So that's a balance every year that we struggle to maintain, particularly now that our 15 season is in the fall, during the middle of SEC football. But we have our culture is developed by our players. It's a strong player-centered culture. They know what it takes and know what they have to do to perform at the level that they want to perform, and then they make those choices to get that done. Some years it works out better than others, but and then as a coaching staff, as a volunteer coaching staff, we have a commitment to push them as hard as they want to be pushed and get them to where they want to be, and commit the time and the energy to provide a structure of training that will allow them to find some success.
The volunteer rugby maxim includes family, school, rugby. How do you maintain keeping that up with your players?
Well, of course, if you look at our maxim, like you say, family, school, rugby, we start with family, which for us is faith and family. We try to feed the student with mind, body, and spirit while they're here at the University of Tennessee. We have a teen chaplain. We have a Bible study on Wednesday night for those boys that want to come. We keep our families well involved. We'll have a letter going home this week, making sure everyone's family knows that we encourage and we want them at our games. We'll have 20, 30, 40 parents on the sidelines at any given time when we play a game, and plus extended family and friends, and we just try to create a community. And playing rugby is not that alternative sport for us. It's not that thing you do on the fringes. It's a mainstream event. Many of these families watch their sons play rugby in high school, and this is just an extension of that. As they move on to college, we want to make sure they understand that we would love to have them on the sidelines, assisting, supporting their player and assisting our team through their college days too. And that's just the structure and foundation that we have, and there's really no other way for us.
How did the second place finish last year affect the players' motivation for this upcoming season?
Well, losing in the semifinals of the conference, losing any time is devastating for our program as far as, the emotions go. Our kids don't like to lose. I want kids to play for me. I want them to cry when they lose. I want them to feel that emotion. I want that type of player where it matters whether you win or lose. We keep scoring our game. It's in a recreational sport. So it's playing for me that takes it hard when their team loses a game. And so it was very emotional for those young men for their season to end. You never want your season to end. But that's the level we play, and we understand that everybody's going to bring their best particularly when you get into the playoffs. And Alabama had a very strong team last year. They had a senior-laden team that they had some big, strong kids and good boys. I know things like I know most of those kids because they've been around for a few years, and I've had the opportunity to meet and work with them in other areas. But and they're a superb team. I think they went on and showed that in sevens as well. So as far as motivation for this year, that loss to Alabama in and of itself, it really isn't a factor. I think the motivation for us is, going out and trying to continue to try to compete, at the highest level we can compete. We have to be motivated from within. We can't let external forces do that. And we certainly can't let history do that. We have to be motivated today. So I don't know. I guess the quick answer is I don't think that the semifinal loss has any direct bearing on what our kids are doing today. Because this is a new season, and they've got a new outlook, and they're trying to be the best they can be right now.
What differs in your roster from last year to this year?
I think the set of forwards we have now, one is deeper. We've had some freshmen that are now sophomores that have come back to school this fall in really strong shape, and they've really taken that next step from becoming a high school boy to a college man. So we feel like that they're going to be able to provide us some good depth in our forwards. We did lose a few guys in our forward pack, but I feel like we have better depth this year than we did last, as I mentioned to you earlier. And I think the biggest difference this year, other than depth, probably is the fact that these guys are pretty fit, and I think they're going to have a pretty good pace to them. So I think we'll be able to get around the field pretty well this fall. I'm looking forward to seeing that. We've got a little scrimmage this weekend where we'll take a look at that in depth and chart some things that will tell us if we're getting across the field like we should. But I really feel like this group of guys has taken it seriously, and then we've got some freshmen come in and some transfer kids actually have come in, and they showed us fit. They're ready to go. So I feel like that probably our pace of play is going to be the biggest benefactor of that.
Excellent. Coach, it's obvious you and South Carolina are constantly in battle for winner of the Southeastern Rugby East Division. How does that rivalry grow to motivate your players?
Well, I think when you have two teams that have a recent history of success, anytime they play each other, it's going to be a rival, right? Because it matters. Of course, they all matter, but this one matters for it has direct championship implications. So it's always going to be a rivalry. It's as with most teams in our conference. We, as the volunteers and the coaching staff, we become friends over the years. I mean, we're happy to run the conference together, and we're just friends, outside the lines. And so, Mark and I have known each other a long time. We share some personal history together. We're both parents that have kids at about the same age, and we both have had phases and things in our life kind of parallel each other. So I have a close relationship and a heartfelt friendship with Mark, and that's pretty cool. And Jimmy Farrar and the other guys that are down there, the same thing with us. So it makes it nice. It makes it nice to travel to Columbia and know that you're going to get all you want on the field. But it's going to be a fair match, and then it goes the way it goes, and then then you're still friends off the field. And the great thing about and I actually mentioned this in our conference call with our conference earlier this week. One of the best things that has come out of us creating the Southeastern Conference Rugby is the fact that, 5 years ago when we played people, my didn't know anybody, maybe one person on the other team. And now when we play teams in the SEC, it seems like they know half or more of the guys on the opposing teams just because we played them, and and they're involved with some other things together, and they meet up at all-star camps, and and it's just it's a great thing for our sport. I feel like. I mean, you mentioned camaraderie earlier, and I think that's really something that we've lost over the past 10 years, and I see this conference kind of building it back a little bit.
Excellent point, Coach. Coach, thank you very much for taking the time to be with us. Everybody, I hope you guys have a great one. My name is Gifttime Ebelu. I'm here with Gifttime Rugby Network. Cheers.